Weekend as the city roars. Tune in loud, turn up some more. Cincinnati show, it's time to play. Sports with strawberry ice today. 5:30 sharp, don't be late. TTV, the sports awaits. Strawberry ices on the mic, energy, it's pure delight. Every touchdown, every goal. Feel the pulse, it's in your soul. Cincinnati heartbeats strong. Strawberry ice will lead the throng. Every touchdown, every goal. Feel the pulse, it's in your soul. Cincinnati heartbeats strong. Strawberry ice will lead the throng. Feel the crowd, it's electric now. Shouting loud, they all know how. The CTV got what we crave. Sports with ice, it's waves and waves. Tigers strike and Bengals roar. Every game we want some more. Tune in and feel the thrill. Strawberry ice, he's giving chills. 5:30 sharp, don't be late. TTV, the sports awaits. Strawberry ice, he's on the mic, energy, it's pure delight.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, the Iceman, Jeff Trunapole. And as always, I bring you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio. And as always, I'm coming to you live from the Ice Cave. And the Ice Cave is brought to you by Priority Lawn and Landscaping. Springtime's rolling around here. One of my neighbors already cut his grass. So maybe you have that neighbor. Maybe you want to be that neighbor, get your grass cut early. Maybe you want to be a neighbor and get the flower beds cleaned out or get some shrubbery done or retaining wall or paver patio or any kind of landscaping projects you have. Do me a favor. Think Priority Lawn and Landscaping. You can give them a call at 513-430-6114. That's 513-430-6114. You can also follow them on Facebook. And when you do, tell them Ice sent you. What is up to everybody in the chat? We got to scroll back up here to the top. You guys are already blowing it up. I love it. We got Brad's in there. Strangers in there. T. Brookie's in there. Crypt Keeper's in there. Fro's in there. Tony Blaze in. And Bengals Captain, he's always in the chat. I mean, that guy, I can't get rid of that guy. I don't know why. He always wants to show up on Mondays and then get in the chat and everything. I'm just kidding. I love Cap. He'll be in here in a second. All right. It's not officially official yet, but it's about as official as we can get it. That Tee and Ja'Marr are back in the fold. From Joe Daneman says that tomorrow at 2:00 will be the press conference. I'm hoping they have, Tee and Trey are out there and they're talking and everything, get to the end, all of a sudden you hear this, glass break, and all of a sudden Stone Cold music starts going, and Trey Hendrickson walks up there and slams his contract down saying, I'm signed to it, I'm in. But we'll see what happens. I think Trey Hendrickson is happening hopefully later on this week. I just love watching everybody eat their words, saying that Bengals can't sign people, can't sign this, can't sign that. And they're like, well, they cost themselves more money, which I agree they did. Bottom line, they got it done. Tee, Ja'Marr, and Joe are here for the next 4 years. I'm celebrating. Let's get with this year's co-fan of the year. He's got one of the best beards around. He's none other than Bengals Captain. Let's go, baby. Got the T jersey on, got the 5 on. I got 5 on it.
Tee!
Go, baby. Love it.
Let's go.
Hell yes. Dude, I am so freaking fired up. I've been having so much fun watching Mama T on Twitter. Has been just an absolute blast. Just watching her.
I love that we're keeping Mama T. Like yes. T is big, but Mama T is big too.
Yes, exactly. She is awesome. And I think Brad said I should try to get her on the show again. I had to get the contract settled and everything. I'll reach out to her again and see if she wants to come on again. But yeah, I am ecstatic. I'm still, like I said, as I said Saturday night, I still want a guard or two, and and defense heavy in the draft. I still think that's going to happen. I mean, Tevin Jenkins still hasn't signed with Seattle, he went out there, so you never know. You got Sheriff is still out there, so those are the two big ones for me that I'd like to get. But we're not worried about that today. We got Tee Higgins, we got Ja'Marr Chase, and you guys got to deal with it for the next 4 years because they ain't going nowhere. Like we told you forever that T's not going anywhere. He's not. We were right. You're wrong.
Exactly. I love it. I love it.
Dude, it is. It's nice and sunny. I mean, it's St. Patrick's Day. I mean, a year ago we were. I'm wearing a hat because a year ago we were doing the St. Patty's Day party. So a year later we're celebrating Ja'Marr and T.
Man, I knew it was going to happen. We've talked about it actually on this show. I told you a little bit about the combos with Elizabeth and Katie, and the team is
the yoga sessions you had.
Yeah, a team is finding more and more money and new revenue streams, and like we were sitting in a talk led by the Bengals about like the sports industry and creative ways to reach out and build sponsorships and build connections. And it's like, you may never have imagined the Bengals would lead a conversation like that. And they were doing it and they were killing it. Like people were engaged. There was a major rep from Diego Alcohol distributing, they do the Captain Morgan and right. all of that stuff. And I mean, they've got some major players locked in. And hey, I get it. I part of me wants to do more like the clickbaity stuff to get all the likes and stuff, and the ultra edgy shit. Like, I get it. I know how social media works, right. But I'm kind of lazy. I'm kind of like, whatever. So
you kind of got a real job. You kind of
when I post good stuff, sometimes it doesn't get viewed as much as some of this other stuff. Like if I grab a random music video and put some words over top of it, I go, oh my God, you're hilarious. I get it. I love it. I laugh at those too. But man, I've been saying, now that doesn't mean, like you said, I want to guard at least one. Yeah. We're not done yet. But that was a major issue in the media, in opposing fan bases. It crept into our own fan base where there was infighting and people were upset with the front office because we're not going to sign T and Ja'Marr, despite how many times I said we were right. I am almost certain now that it was Jamar's camp that pulled back. They were so close last year because he bet on himself.
Right. So according to the stories that I've heard today, Rocky, the agent, they were close last year with Ja'Marr, and then this year they got close again. And then Ja'Marr and his agent were like, all right, you're not signing Ja'Marr without signing T. So from what I've read and stuff, and
I saw that too.
Yeah, Wings put it in the chat too, I think, where they said, all right, we're close with Ja'Marr, but we got to get T. And Ja'Marr, to me, Ja'Marr didn't have to do it. That's how close-knit these guys are. Like for Ja'Marr to be on the verge of signing the biggest contract for a non-quarterback in NFL history, and for him to go, all right, hold on, that's cool. Now let's go get my boy T first before we sign this. That's what these guys mean to each other. That's what, and to me, that's hard to beat. There's not a lot of teammates in the NFL that would do that for one. And for Joe Burrow sticking his neck out there, and because he could have looked like a complete ass if he went out there and said, I want this, and he got nothing. He got Ja'Marr, but not T. He could have looked bad for him. All three of them stuck in, and the day it changed for me was that Dallas game when we had we blocked the punt and we came back and won, and that's the night that Joe came out and said, I want T. And then 2 weeks later, I think T changed his agents, and that's when I'm like, ooh, we got something going on. That I don't know why it was that game, but that's the moment for me that I'm like, all right, we might keep T. And we have. So up until
his agent changed.
Yes.
I'm like, all right, we're in, because I feel like I know how the front office thinks. And they're looking at injury history, they're looking at cost and I mean, David Mulligetta, just screw him. I don't like him. I appreciate that he thinks that he's getting.
I would get rid of him, get a different agent.
Man, I appreciate that he thinks he's doing right by the players, but the players got to understand, like Corey Dillon has said, they have the power. They work for the player. And if you got, let's say T got a bigger bag in a worse situation, and then it affects his production with a worse quarterback, and then it affects how everybody views him, and then his next contract is worse.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not as easy as just getting the biggest bag.
No.
He knows he's in a great situation. And Joe, I love that Joe spoke up about that.
Yes.
But some of the people are trying to say that Joe is the reason. Joe is not the reason that this happened. Joe helped.
Joe helped. Oh, for sure.
But they wanted to get it done under the right circumstances. I believe, because I know Joe has influenced them not re-signing other players. It's Joe's level of excitement for T that really, I feel like, tipped the scale.
Right.
So he did. He helped him out a lot, because if Joe's got that kind of faith in him, Joe's going to be happy. And it's not just about being happy, because the Bengals kept Carson Palmer happy by bringing in Lavernius Coles.
Yeah.
Carson Palmer apparently was not happy with Chad Johnson.
No.
And that whole thing, like I learned that.
TJ.
Yep. I learned about that later. We won't get into depth there.
I can't say the whole thing.
But that's a huge example of, okay, well, they're doing what Carson wanted, and but not enough.
Woo! Hey, Bo has stopped drinking. He's been sober for 24 hours. All right, Bo. All right. Bo.
Oh, wait. Now you said I was going to cheer to you. What am I thinking? Congrats. I'm an idiot.
No, Bo's
Hey, get what Chad. So, Brad M said press conference tomorrow at 2:00, according to Fox 19. That's awesome.
I said that.
Augie apparently had the scoop.
Yeah, hold on. So Augie called me last week and told me that he had a friend who is a real estate agent, or a friend who is
realtors are the best source of info.
House. Somehow he got news that T was looking for a house. I'm not going to say where. And that's kind of the same way where Bengal Rick, and people were like, oh, you just want clickbait. Bengal Rick on here has said that Trey is his wife at house hunting. So, and now Bengal Rick said that last week, and now reports are that the Bengals are back to the table talking to Trey, and I've heard some rumblings. Maybe it could be this week. I got to feel that Trey's not going anywhere. I think he's going to stay here. So say what you want about, everybody gets source. Well, that one, Augie was right, and I'm hoping Bengal Rick is right.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see what happens. But yeah, he told me that last week, and I was like, I didn't say anything about it because I'm like, well, I already told everybody that Trey's out there looking. So I kind of kept that one to myself. But yeah, we'll get to some more of the comments here. Let's see.
Oh yeah. Andrew talking about the morons moving to goalposts. Yeah. See, and that's why I don't mind some of the fans who just go on the attack, and why I bristle. Like every now and then I'll say something to poke fun, and then somebody random, not any of you, obviously, you all are great, but you see it too on Twitter. They'll say, oh, you should be better than that. We got to stop this. Like, don't tell me what to do, because the minute anyone gets the opportunity to rip on us, they will. And this is a perfect example. It doesn't matter what we do. They're going to make fun of us. They're going to make fun of the fans. They're going to laugh. They're going to change the narrative all the time. I'm tired of it. Like,
always
fight back.
So Augie says the story. A realtor repping T approached my buddy's parents' house about their house. That's what it was. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. So Augie was.
Dude, if T bought my house, I would leave little hidden stuff all over the house.
If T bought your house, you'd be like, all right, you'd like leave now. Like, go ahead, you can have my house.
He would be finding stuff like little notes, little funny shit for decades. He would seriously. Oh man. What's good, Robert?
Let's see here, Dustin. Think we are also glossing over how much and worried about the guaranteed money and escrow stuff. Bengals now have over 150 million in guarantees now. Can put that negative or narrative to bed. And the thing is, it helps. Dustin, you might be able to help me there. I don't know the official numbers yet, but we got an idea what they are. Well, how much is this going to help our salary cap now? Because I think for the way it's structured, because they guaranteed 2 years, I know for Trey, I think 2 years
guaranteed
for both of them, which is something they didn't do. I got it. I was but that's something Bengals won't do. They only did it for Joe Burrow, and now they've done it for 3 guys. So they're changing the way they're doing stuff. It's a slow process. It's pulling teeth, but they're getting there. So,
I wish you all could have heard Elizabeth talking about the business side of football. So, like, seriously, I'm not going to go into depth. Go look her up. Go look at the Ivy League school she went to. Go look at her route to get to work with the family. She could have just popped in. She chose not to. She worked elsewhere prior to coming into the organization because she wanted to get the idea. She wanted to learn. She did it the right way. Like, not only is she very, very bright, she's a hard worker. She wants to do the right thing. Like, she's a good leader. Mm-hmm. He did it the right way. To hear her talk, I don't know. I mean, organizations, it's not just an innate thing that you're born with. Like, oh yeah, times are changing and these people are doing this and that. Like, it's a family-run organization, and it was they have grown leaps and bounds as far as the head count that work for the Bengals. Mm-hmm. They maybe didn't have the people to go out and research what can we do. It also wasn't really necessary. They have absolute stars, mega stars, like Hollywood level stars in Cincinnati now who can sell tickets on their own. Oh, yeah. And they're like, oh, we've got to do something about this. They went out and they found ways to do it.
All right, Dustin here trying to answer my questions. It said it saves money this year on the cap because Chase and T current cap hits. The hits this year, obviously, when year 3 and 4 roll around for those with those base deals, it's going to be tight. But obviously, you have to hit on our picks. And he said draft picks. Yes, and that's the thing. And people look, like I said, and Augie said he had apologized to the front office. I thought the whole time they were going to sign Ja'Marr T. I did. I didn't ever. My rants were not about signing Ja'Marr T. I knew they were going to sign him, and I still think they're going to sign Trey. My rants have been getting this O-line fixed, getting 2 guards in here. That's been my rants. That's where I'm still worried. Well, yes, I'm concerned about it because we still have 2. We at least need 1 guard, possibly hopefully 2. That's what we still have till we protect Joe Burrow, and we have Tee Higgins and Ja'Marr Chase, and we go score 40 points on people. And the good thing I want to tell people too is Anthony Cosenza, we went live Saturday night. AC joined us, and he was on a conference call with Daniel Jeremiah, and he's the draft expert for the NFL Network, and he's really good. I like him a lot. So he said, in this year's draft, in his opinion, on the defensive side of the ball, there are 24 starters in this draft alone. Now, compare that to last year, he said there were 12. So there's 20. In Daniel Jeremiah's opinion, there are 24 starters. So if the Bengals are just strictly picking defense, it's going to be kind of hard to screw it up, to be honest. Now, we'll see what happens, but that gave me hope. That I'm like, all right, well, maybe that was their plan, is we'll get T and Ja'Marr signed, we'll get Trey signed, we'll sign at least 1 guard, maybe 2, and we'll just go hammer the draft on the defense, which this is such a good defensive draft. And if you get they got 6 picks. If you hit on 3 of them, if you get yourself another interior lineman like Walter Nolan or an edge and maybe another edge or a safety or a corner or something, you hit on those, you have 3 of them, we're good. I mean, honestly, it's back to what I kept saying during the season. It's that simple. Now they have to hit on them, but there's a very good chance that they could because of how much talent is in this. So that made me feel a lot better Saturday night when AC was on the show.
We're not that far off.
No, trying to find some. Let's see, Dustin again. Get up there.
Well, hold on. Crypt, yes. Angels Envy
Ah,
and Augie, yes. That's a fairly new scrolling marquee. Fun thing is, it's a name tag, so that's gonna come with the outfit
it'll be
for
up to
games this year.
there you go. Like, hi, my name's Cap. How are you? It saves money. It saves money this year on the cap because T and Jamar current cap hits this year. Did I ever read that one? Yeah, I think
You
no.
you did. Now I will say the beauty of this is, and I don't think the family's been comfortable with this in the past, but the cap is going up, and you can see me out like my t-shirts drive me crazy. The cap is going the cap is going up every year, so we're going to be fine.
Yeah.
You know that, and the fact that I've seen we've all seen it. How many teams are like, oh my god, they're 100 million over the cap, and they're still playing ball. Like, all right, it's fake, whatever.
Well, yeah, and Tony, he says the media's already slamming us for
Yep.
signing these. He knew that was good. They're going to find something. I mean, well, they're going to be like, yo, you should have done 2 years ago. I agree. They should have done it 2 years ago, but they didn't. They got it done. I don't care. T and Jamar and Joe are here for the next 4 years. I don't give a crap. That's fine. It's done. We got them. You don't like Duke Tobin said, go find your own wide receivers. We got ours. We're good. We got the best.
Oh man.
We got the best trio in football. Okay. It's worth spending the money. And then, like I said, if we hit on the defense and get a couple guards, we'll be back. We will be back in the Super Bowl mix. I mean,
I see Dustin, but let me read this real quick. Man, I hate to say this. Augie's right. I hate to say this because it makes. I agree with him, and I'll say it. It makes me look like I'm just finding excuses, but he's right. And he asked if we signed Bates, would today have happened?
I don't know.
I don't think so. So when you go back and you look at it, who would you rather have? Ja'Marr and T, and a good possibility that you're keeping Trey, or Jesse Bates and maybe lose T. I'm keeping T. I'm keeping T.
Well, that was
I
the
love
whole
Bates.
point. Well, when they were letting Jesse Bates go because we couldn't sign him because we had Jamar and T and Joe to sign. And that's where the part where when it looked like T was leaving, I'm going, then why the hell would we let Jesse Bates go if we're not going to sign T? So,
oh my God, I heard that. I forgot that people said that. Oh my God, it's great.
All right, Dustin, thanks for the $5 super chat. Al Golden is going to have the most pressure on his staff, counting on him to get the most out of young players and doing much for a pass rush in free agency. And that's where the thing is, and this is where it makes me feel a little better, is Al Golden's wheelhouse is developing young players. I mean, he's been a coach in the NFL, but a lot of his stints have been in college. And look what he did at Notre Dame. So if he gets the talent, look, I think they're asking an awful lot out of him. I will agree with that. But if they hit the draft right and he can develop the guys that we think he can, he should be fine. But I do agree with it. It's asking a lot, but that's honestly that's where they're at. I mean, unless you're going to go out and sign Chase Young or somebody like that, and they didn't, they were going to have to hit the draft heavy in the defensive side anyway. It's just more than we had thought. But yes, I do agree they're expecting a lot out of Al Golden in this defense.
And Houday, Natty Ron, Houday, pork chop.
Exactly.
Browns. I got the St. Patty's Day twist. Yes. I love it. Yes, Chris is saying Cap coming in for the victory lap. I promise I'm not victory lapping. Somebody said that on Twitter. I'm not victory lapping.
I am. I'm totally victory lapping. I told y'all.
I am reminding some people.
Not you guys in the chat, national media.
National media can kiss my ass. But yeah. I am reminding people that, hey, I do say some things. I don't say detail. Every now and then I'll get a specific detail, and I can't say anything. Like sometimes I'm explicitly asked, like, all right, don't tell anybody, but I'm like, all right, cool. It's one of the worst feelings to know. But based on things that were not specifics, I felt really, really, really good. Obviously I felt good about Ja'Marr because we should have signed him last year. I don't consider that a major screw up. That was just, it didn't happen. They were close. They were very, very close, and they got it done. And honestly, they paid more. It is better now because Ja'Marr didn't just get $1 more. And I know he said, well, if I'm going to get paid more. It's going to be more than $1.
2.5 more. Or whatever.
He got quite a bit more. Yeah. And next year, if a wide receiver, which I can't imagine who, but if a wide receiver got more or whatever, it's not going to be enough to make him unhappy with his contract. He's going to be happy with the contract. If he'd have signed what he signed, was going to sign last year, we could have been having problems. So I'm going to look at, hey, things happen for a reason. Just like Augie said, we lost Bates, but we've got Ja'Marr and T together. And man, what a trio to keep together and to eventually bring home a Lombardi to Cincinnati. Like the story, it gives me goosebumps. Like they deserve this. We deserve this.
You know what I'm excited about? I'm not going to have to talk about T and Jamar's contracts for 4 years. We don't have to talk about it. Cheers to that, brother. Let's get Trey done. we don't have to talk about that either. Which that was the thing. It's like there's part of me that I was thinking that Ja'Mar's might go till June. I mean, I thought they'd get it done. I just wasn't sure how long it was going to take. I'm like, man, I really don't want this to go into training camp. And there's part of me that I thought maybe it would, but thank God it hasn't. So that's just like that, just a weight off my shoulders, and I'm just a freaking fan. I mean, how happy do you think Zach Taylor is right now?
Oh man, he is. How happy is Dan Pitcher right now?
Yeah.
I mean, so you got to think too. It's not just so people forget. I've said it before on other shows. Like 2,000 some odd plays get installed over the course of an off season, and then they'll practice it in chunks, and then as you play the weeks, they'll pull out whatever, they'll develop strategy with the plays that they've installed, and they'll practice those plays for each week. So it's not like at any one time in a game, Burrow's just recalling 2,000 different plays. Now he can recall a lot more than they practice that week, but it's not like that. So over the years, you can watch an offense develop, and they have tried that before, but there were some things that needed to be done maybe a little more slowly. And Ja'Marr said it last year. He was thrilled with Pitch moving him around more. Yeah. That is a new wrinkle. It's going to happen even more this year. Play action's going to happen more this year. A lot of the things that they introduced are going to happen more because they practiced it more. They're going to get better at it this year, and then they're going to be able to introduce new things. You know what doesn't happen? If T leaves, we start over? Not really, but it's gonna take somebody to pick that up.
Well, I kept saying, I'm like, because some people were like, "We'll trade T and we could draft a wide receiver." Tee Higgins don't grow on trees. I mean, he should have been a first-round pick. We got lucky as hell. We picked him in the first pick of the second round. Ja'Marr Chase doesn't grow on trees. I mean, yeah, there's good wide receiver, but these are two of the best. I mean, in my opinion, it's them two and JJ, and I don't know. I think those are the top three off the top of my head. I can think. I mean, in the league, and we got two of them on the same freaking team, I think. And a shout out to T again, because T could have left, and he could have got more money. I mean, he is the highest paid number 2 wide receiver right now. He could have left and got somebody would have gave him number 1 money. They would give him all kinds of money to get him to come to their team, but he didn't. And that, to me, that shows the character of what T is and how much T loved it. And yes, T grew up a Bengals fan. People forget that. T loved Chad Johnson. I think that was his favorite player. It was either him or TJ. I can't remember which
AJ.
One. Oh, AJ. That's right. It was AJ. Yeah. AJ, you're right. My bad. We had somebody watching that Friday. He's a big fan of AJ. So he has always loved Cincinnati. He loves it even more now. I mean, it just because there's how much pressure there was on T. Like how much pressure do you think like from the NFLPA and other players? Like, man, you got to get that free agency. You got to get as much money as you can. You got to do this. And T's like, nah, I want to stay here. I'm gonna do. T did everything he could to stay here. I don't know what else T could. And yes, he's getting a ton of money, but he still could have got more. That's what I'm trying to tell
That's
people.
what changed my mind, and it didn't change. I never wanted to get rid of T. I didn't want to see T go anywhere else. But I've always tried to look at the business side of it, so I don't get my own heart broken. But I'm like, all right, well, if he's not going to sign because of David Mulligetta, then
Right.
and Augie just said it. T's loyal. To hear what he said throughout the season, to see the effort he put in,
This season.
and some fans got nasty. Fans got nasty with his mom, and T kept
What?
laying
Why are you coming
hard.
after somebody's? I just don't get that. Why would you come after somebody's family member? I mean, I don't. That's just shitty right there. You come after like if somebody ever finds my family and they start coming, you don't like what I said on here. That's just a low. You gotta be the lowest human on earth to do that.
I mean,
come on
if somebody were to know anything about cybersecurity and get bored sometimes, those would be the type of people they would go after in private and not tell anyone.
Good thing I have you as a friend. I'm like, hey, Cap.
I hate that stuff. I hate that. She is a saint.
Oh, Mama T is awesome. She is
the
awesome.
realest that can be.
Yeah.
Says it like it is. Doesn't care. I only wish she didn't pay attention to Twitter as much. But you know what?
We get so upset.
I'm not going to be a hypocrite because we need to give it back every now and then. And she's out there giving it back. So
I have been today too.
Appreciate
I mean, there's a guy of Locked On Packers or something. I found that somebody said that he's going to hate it he's going to laugh when see what Joe does when T walks out the door. And I took a picture of it going, I tagged him, said, how'd that work out? Oh, I said that a year ago. And something about Ja'Marr Chase or Lamar Jackson or something. I was like, what I said was true. I was like, no, what you said is not true. T didn't leave. I screenshot. I'm like, I'm literally looking at what you said. You said, what is Joe Burrow going to do when T walks out the building? T is not leaving the building. So I don't give a crap what you can explain. All the other stuff was, this is what you said. T didn't leave. Own it. You suck. So like he kept going to going at me. I'm like, I screenshot what you said. This is what you said. People crap me up. Like, well, I meant this. Like, you typed the words out. That's what you said. Sorry.
Fro and Chris in chat. Yeah, you don't mess with Mama T. She is allowed to have her own opinion. Exactly. People are. Augie, go after David Mulligetta. Leave Mama T alone. Yeah.
Exactly. Esther, he could have been a small fish in a big pond here or a shark somewhere else. He is a number one elsewhere. He indeed sacrificed to stay here to live his dream. Yeah.
Good seeing Wing Esther again. Yep.
Girl. Exactly.
And you know what? I don't know if he's not exactly not that she was literally saying he's a small fish, but where else is he going to go? And can you imagine? I'm telling you what, T, when we're on defense, he needs to be walking around the sideline. And just because the amount of participation from the fans, that is the perfect tone. It's easy to yell. Just, I mean, I've said it before.
That louder last year.
Carry that note.
Well, I think it was louder last year because everybody thought this could be the last times we see him. I mean, that was the loudest tease I've heard in the stadium. Dustin, cool thing for T and Chase. They can go for another contract when it comes up here in Cincinnati. Yeah. Hopefully, obviously they come back here and are healthy, but I think wide receivers can get multiple. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Because they'll only be 20. Ooh, there you go. What do you got?
I got to admit, I probably paid way too much for this because he went off in this game.
He did. Oh, you got it signed.
And I was worried
we were there.
If this is the last big outing, I had to have it. It's like, oof. But
that was the game winner there when he got the game winner in that game. Oh! Bagel Rib says Trey has found a house. Is it in Cincinnati?
Yeah. Good question.
Hopefully it's in Cincinnati. God, Bagel Rick, if you're right and I ever get to meet you, I'm buying you a beer. I will tell you that. Augie's like, yes. Yep.
All right. Hey, I'm just throwing out a GIF.
What just now? Oh yeah, a little secret one.
No, just his point. Because hey, trust me, I'm all on board the realtor hookup here.
All right, my boy.
Wing talking about having to retire here. Like, I miss that. I know it doesn't happen a lot in the NFL, in the modern NFL, and like guys will come back and but no, like Sam Hubbard, like I got emotional that day because man, it just doesn't happen enough anymore.
Well, the thing that I told you the other day about Sam, the coolest thing is him going out on his shield, catching a freaking touchdown as a defensive end. His last play, that's just cool as hell right there. Are you on board, Natty Ron here? This is the most lovable Bengals players I've ever seen. Honestly, I can't remember this besides Boomer and Hickey. Corey's lovable.
Oh yeah,
Corey's got those soft eyes. He's very lovable.
And then you go back and you look at all the photos of him, and it just seemed like he was mad all the time.
Yeah,
he
played
mad. He looked mad.
I was like, why are you mad with those soft eyes? What's wrong with you? Robert. Well, now back from walking the dog and communicating. Shout out to the front office and Rocky for knocking this deal out. Yeah. And I think with Rocky, that's the agent. He's got to get some praise here. Because I mean, like I said earlier in the broadcast, him and T were like, all right, look, it's a combo. I have both of them. You don't get Ja'Marr without T. You don't get T without Ja'Marr. And that's what he did. He did a great job of negotiating and not destroying the Bengals. I mean, he could have went all out and just say, nah, you got to make them both, the highest one and two wide receivers in football. But he didn't, and T didn't. So, it was good. It was good. Putt King is in the house. What's up, Putt King? Natty said, I forgot about CD. Yeah, CD is lovable. Of course he is. Let's see. What else we got here? I don't know.
Yeah, well, Wing said wrong. Corey loved to love people. Yeah. Hey, I have no doubt he loved his teammates. He would have loved us if he'd have known us back then. But he
loves us now.
He also loved hitting the other team. He hated his pocketbook being messed with. He hated being underappreciated.
Exactly.
I appreciate that about him.
He's all good now. Purcell. Bengals go 14-3. I'm here for it. Sounds good to me. Chris, Ja'Marr allowed himself to be used for his buddy. That's real friendship. Yeah, I don't know if it's used is the right word. I think they work together. I'll put it that way. And that's what I think Joe did too. Because I said before, Joe stuck his neck out for this too. And the thing is, everybody that Joe has mentioned when he went on Radio Row during the Super Bowl, they're all signed except for Trey. That's the only one left that he mentioned. So he got Mike G back. We got Ja'Marr back. We got T back. And apparently Trey's buying a house here in Cincinnati. So we'll see here. She said the family's coming to Cincinnati. Maybe. Oh God. Really? Dude, you better not be messing with me. Oh my. Oh, I'm gonna freak the F out if this is. I'm like, yes, we got everybody. Holy crap. That'd be so cool.
And again, I get it. It's a lot of money, but I'm telling you.
What's the way?
I said 30? It. Trey can eclipse last year's production. And somebody's like, yeah, it's 17.5 sacks. Like, what are you talking about?
You can get 18.
No. Trey can do that. I'm telling you. Trey can. I would not be surprised. I just don't want it in another city. I want it happening here. He's worth the money. He is absolutely worth the money.
Bengal Rick says soon. I'm telling you, look, they do this joint press conference tomorrow at 2:00. T and Trey. I'm telling you, I want to see glass breaking and Trey Hendrickson walking out there with the contract and he throws it down. I'm here too. Let's go. They got all three of them at the press conference. I think that'd be awesome. Oh my goodness. Wing says 10 toes down. Burrow is the mastermind behind all of it. I don't disagree with that at all. It's Tuesday. Yes. Tuesday at 2:00 is when they are going to announce the contract. I don't know when they're going to sign it. They'll probably sign that before, but that's what the press conference is here, Natty. Let's see here. Chop. Ja'Marr did go out on a limb for T. No way his agent says no Ja'Marr without T. That's literally what he said. That without Ja'Marr's permission. Oh, without permission, yes. Which means Ja'Marr was ready to hold out for T, in my opinion. Yeah, maybe. He might have been. I put it this way. Once they switched agents, for some reason David Malgetta weren't vibing. Now they did for a 1-year contract with Joseph Osai.
Hey,
but it just wasn't happening.
I just think David Mulligetta is just toxic for Cincinnati. Now, I don't know everything, but I do feel like the worst thing you can do with that family is to play hardball or to act like you've got some kind of power, because they will literally take their ball, turn around, and go. Like they don't give. Yeah, which is a powerful platform. Yeah. Like so many people will blink. They will not blink. They will prove a point. Which, if there's anything that I can hope
where's
for,
that at? Look that up. Olive Garden Fields Erdl.
Oh my goodness!
I've never heard of Olive Garden. I heard of the restaurant. Rick, now you're just toying with me, Rick. You're just toying with my emotions, Rick. That's all you're doing.
But yeah, but also I'm really happy. I feel like the Bengals are softening their approach, and I don't mean soften as in weak. I mean being more open, accommodating negotiators, because the bottom line is still the bottom line. I mean, hey, when they gave Trey permission to seek a trade. I mean, bro, okay, tell your wife she has permission to seek a trade.
No, she's mine.
My wife. You're getting into some serious territory here.
My wife.
It's like, no. How about no? So, I mean, that's a huge thing when they know they wanted to keep him. So they're still playing hardball. So I reacted like, oh, we need to keep Trey. Like, we need to keep. I didn't bash anybody, but I'm like, we have got to keep Trey, because I'm like, I would love to not have to read that. I don't want to read that. I'm sensitive. That bothers me. I didn't handle that well when I saw that. I'm like, oh my God, no.
But did you see?
But meanwhile, they're behind the scenes making it happen.
Bengal Rick.
Oh my God.
Fred, I had to force it out of her. Well,
hey,
you better
hopefully we're not reading about a crime committed.
Yeah, you better buy her lots of drinks. All I gotta say, Rick.
Yes, we're all buying her dinner.
Yeah, I'll buy. Yeah,
Oh man,
Augie, Olive Garden is, what is that word? Oh,
sacrilegious.
Oh, he's sacrilegious. Thank you. He's talking about the restaurant. Oh my goodness. Let's see here.
Thank you, Natty.
Wing, agents DM withheld important information from players, which caused problems leading to his exit from certain players, allegedly.
And remember, Wing Esser was dropping some stuff earlier.
She's in it.
He's got something in there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wing knows some stuff. Wing
knows. Oh yeah. So yeah, apparently there was some, which goes back to Corey talking about the agent works for the player.
Right. Corey said that last year. I remember him saying that.
Yeah. So like, as a fan base, what I actually put that out there. I said some of that stuff that Corey said. I tweeted about that. And I think as a fan base, hey, I'm not going to tell anybody what to do, how to feel, what to put out there, but I can tell you, talking shit about people is not going to help our cause as a fan base. Going about it the right way and trying to sway, because there's going to be a lot more power in numbers when you're sitting there saying, hey T, we love you. Hey Mama T, we love you. We want you to stay. Yeah. We don't know that David Mulligan's got your interest at heart. Like, your value, the dollar amount, you've heard the numbers getting kicked around, but another agent might be able to get you something close and keep you happy. And the number one most important thing about these players, their happiness.
Yes.
A lot of that has to do with money, but not all of it. I mean, trust me, I would be very happy getting $1 million a year sitting on the bench. Thrilled.
Sign me up for that.
Man.
I'll take that.
I'll take it.
One thing you said, and I want to bring this up too, is that Ja'Marr and T and Trey and Joe have all handled this extremely well. I mean, yes, Joe went to the media and talked about it, but he didn't bash the organization. He didn't say they better do this or else. Everybody else was saying that, or I'll leave. T never bashed the organization. Ja'Marr never, no matter how frustrated I'm sure T got frustrated because this contract thing has been going on for like the last 3 years. But not one single time did you ever hear him bash your organization, bash his teammates.
No, he said the opposite. He was loyal.
Right. Yes. That's very rare. I mean, honestly, and when you're talking this kind of money and this, what it means, how it would change the player's life, and I keep trying to explain this to people. This is generational money. This is not just money just for them. This is money for their kids, their grandkids. They're going to have money for a while, as long as they're smart with it. That's how big this is. So the way these guys handled this was excellent because they had to finagle, work with the Bengals because the Bengals haven't done contracts like this before. So this was a big deal to move the Bengals in this direction. They've done, and I want this narrative that the Bengals don't pay their players to stop, because they do pay their players. They've always paid their players. The problem is they haven't brought, in my opinion, we never brought out like free agency. We never brought good players in. We had good players in here. We just never had enough of them. If that makes sense. All right, let's see here. Oh yeah, I want to get this, Dustin. We talked about this like right before the show started, Cap. Said, boys, Portuguese mayor, the mayor of Madrid might have spilled the beans.
Ube was telling me about that. Somebody told her, but it was from an unknown, like one of these rumors. And like the schedule leak rumors are crazy. I don't know. I mean, Miami's playing in Madrid, and we play Miami. They will be hosting. We would be the away team. It could happen. I would be disappointed, though. I would.
I know you. So he knows Trags, Mugger, and James. Like, huh? Do me and Bengals Cap? Do we know you? I mean, are you? I don't know.
I think Rick, was there a cartoon associated with your name? Because there are a few Ricks, but
Rick the Rock. We haven't seen that in a while.
If there was a cartoon associated with your name, then yes, I'm aware of. But yeah, Dustin Croft, that'd be sick. Spain's the best place ever. So that would be cool. Admittedly, though, German heritage, 5 years of German in high school. Mein Deutsch ist nicht so gut, but I would love to go to Deutschland to watch Germany to watch a game. So that would be sweet.
That's near Montgomery and Sims Township. All right. Why don't you just give us the address? No, okay, I'm kidding. Don't give us the address. I'm totally kidding.
Augie, that's what I was talking about exactly.
Yeah. What Augie said?
And no, yeah, don't do the address thing, because that's how Joe Burrow gets robbed.
Yeah. Like I said, I was totally kidding about that. Don't do that.
But here's the thing. I would like. I talked to you a little bit, but I would love to. I would love to serve as a personal security concierge to these athletes, because like Joe Burrow did a decent amount to cover tracks, nowhere near enough. Like I am personally pissed off that no one in an advisory role to him, and I'm not talking about his parents, but like people profiting off of him, would have helped that a little extra, left huge breadcrumbs. And I'm like, I could have fixed that in an hour. So yeah, and I get it.
So somebody just DM me your GIF you just put out. I'm like, I'm only talking to you on the show, and he said he's going to do it, and somebody DM'd it to me. I'm like, I know.
Yep. I had to. Now, if it happens, I gotta give Rick all the
Oh
props
yeah,
in the world
he's been
and
saying this since last week.
tag the show. Yeah, absolutely. If it
Yeah.
doesn't, I'm gonna eat shit. That's fine. I'm not gonna say anything about where it came from.
Oh, he says
But I
that's.
trust it.
Hold on. He says that's where they met for dinner.
Okay.
All right, we're getting some more details here. I just see they have.
You thought they lived at the Olive Garden. Yeah, I would live at the Olive Garden just for the endless breadsticks. I mean, hey, it would not be a bad place to go. I would smell like garlic all the time, and I would make that sacrifice.
I wouldn't mind living at Midwest Best or B-Dubs. I'll get with you.
Oh man, Midwest Best. They couldn't no. And you know the fun thing about Tim and Nicole, they would probably invite you to stay there. They're such good people.
Jesus. Okay, so the trader realtor. And
then, now, did they know who the realtor was? Like they probably just saw the random person.
Okay. So I guess the trader realtor were at Olive Garden is what I'm putting 2 and 2 together here. So we'll see. People are trying to guess. Robert's like, Pickle Rick? We're trying to guess who Rick is. Who is Rick? The agent told the Bengals it's both or none. That's leverage. Yeah. That's
Jolly Mole. I love that. Jolly Mole with the great PFP. That's fantastic. That's got to be Jolly Mole. Do you do any gaming like Twitch? Do you videos? Like that's not something you just. That's great.
Yeah. Well, I live at Wild Mike's too, Robert. Yes, West Side. Gotta.
Oh yeah.
Fro says my friend's kids worked at that Olive Garden. Well, then why didn't you know, Fro? God, I'm just kidding. Just kidding, Rebecca. Just kidding. Dustin, I would love to smoke a spiff with Joey B. That dude has been stoned to the bone all season.
Just because we see it, doesn't necessarily mean we have to come on. You know.
Hey, don't worry. Nobody watches the show anyway, Cap. Don't worry.
So just FYI, I mean, so the dates for all that stuff is well known in advance, and I've heard that the league and everything is very, very easygoing in the off season.
I get high.
So
I get high.
People are allowed to be who they want to be in the off season. So
I was gonna go to Olive Garden, but then I got high.
Chris. Oh yeah. We're all going to incriminate ourselves. Yeah, you all are going to incriminate yourself.
You are a bunch of potheads. God.
That's funny.
Fro here. I'm going to double confirm the source if she was working at the hostess stand. Yeah. Find out and let us know.
Oh, and random. Look at this cool old Corey card.
Oh, nice.
Like
how many cards do you have?
Oh, dude, don't ask. I have no idea. Like I didn't realize they made the acetate, the see-through cards back in the day.
So how'd you get it if you didn't know they made it that way? You just bought it.
I saw somebody selling it. I'm like, oh, shoot, I'll take it.
I got you. Why is Maddie not here? I don't know. Maddie's probably working. I'm not sure where Maddie is.
Working hard, or following Joe Burrow's footsteps.
Yeah, he's following Joe in the Jackpot Joe mobile, going Jackpot.
Oh. What year is this card? Okay, so if you want to look it up yourself, it is look for playoff momentum.
Oh my God!
What?
Big ol' Rick said, my girlfriend knows the realtor. The deal is done. I'll hit you up. Oh! Yes! Holy!
You serious?
Yes. Hey, national media, I have 2 words for you. Hootie! Go!
Wow.
Oh, God, that's awesome. Holy. Start celebrating.
Wow.
Start celebrating. If it's right. Which I mean, I'm hoping it's right because he's getting me awful excited and I'm going to look like a complete fool if he's trolling me. We'll see.
Yep. Oh, all right.
The caption find something out. He's looking.
Oh yeah.
Dustin Croft, DB play is so key here. You look stuff up, I'll talk. DB play is so key here this year in Al Golden's defense. He likes to leave his corners on islands, blitz a lot. Those boys have to step up this year. Yeah, and I like I said, I am not against getting a corner. I do think they're going to get a corner. Either they're going to sign somebody who's left a veteran, or they could draft one in the draft. So, but again, I keep saying this: if they get more pass rushers and they are a consistent pass rush, that makes the corners better. So, and sometimes I know Natty said there's an echo. So I think it's coming. I think my voice is reverberating through whatever Cap is listening to. So yeah. If you hear my voice, that's what that is. I think. Done. I will see. Pork Chop said done. Robert, what do you guys know? Yes. Wing. Should I text Trey's wife and say congratulations? Yes, you should. Yes. Do it now. Augie says, trust Rick. Are we trusting you, Rick? That's a new shirt for Chop. We trust in you, Rick. Dan, I said I wasn't paying attention till they signed Ja'Marr and Tee and Trey. Let's go. Hey, if you just tuned to the show, it sounds like we might be getting Trey signed here soon. So what do you guys think is a fair deal for Trey? Honestly, a fair deal to me, if it's more than honestly, and I'm not trying to, if it's more than 2 years, I'll be shocked, to be honest. If it is, fine. But which it would make it 3 years because he's already on a contract for next year. So that would make it 3 years total. But the way they're doing, they did 4-year contracts with Tee and Ja'Marr, but I think they did 4-year contract with Tee and Ja'Marr because they guaranteed the first year. So they wanted a longer contract with Trey. I don't think the Bengals want a 4-year contract with excuse me, they did a 4-year contract with Tee and Ja'Marr. I don't think they want a 4-year contract with Trey. I could be wrong, but I don't know. Let's see here. Robert says, in his opinion, 28-32 for 3 total. 3 total. You mean counting this year? If you're right, Jeffro, that means Mr. Brown just said, Whitworth, hold my beer, and I got an announcement to make. Mic drop, baby. Mic drop. Chandler's in the house. What's up, dude? My boy. We think Trey's close. We think the deal is done. From what now, if you just join in here, Zoggy. We got Augie, we got Zoggy. Bengal Rick said right here, he said it's done. And he supposedly knows the realtor that is getting Trey and his wife a house here. So ups, he has to pay, huh? I don't know what that means. So yeah, we might be celebrating. Like I said, there might be maybe tomorrow at 2:00 there'll be 3 press conference. 3. Instead of a duel, it'll be a twice. It'll be Tee, Ja'Marr, and Trey. I guess, like I said out here, I think it'd be awesome if they do Tee and Ja'Marr, and all of a sudden the glass breaks and Trey comes out with the contract, and slams down on the table and announces his contract, and he's back for Cincinnati. Christopher says 3 years, 93. That's a lot. I don't know. Bengal Strawberry, I know the rating. I know. Do you know Box? Yeah, well, you know people I know. Box is a great dude. Yeah, Wayne Box Miller. Yeah, he's an awesome dude. You're gonna have to come up to me sometime and say, "Hey, I'm Bengal Rick." I'm like, "What's up, Zoggy?" I'd love to hear it. Saw Captain posted something based on what he said. I'm like, dude, he's buying a new house, which that's what we're hearing. I don't know. We'll find
Good. See, Bengals fans are smart. That's all I had to. What I say. I said he did something to keep him in Cincy.
Chop said house deal is done, or is he playing his contract? Well, I would assume if the house deal is done, then the contract's done. I doubt they're buying a house here if we don't have a contract. It's just assuming. Chandler, national media last week, Bengals are too poor to pay both of them. Yeah, now this week. Oh, they're too stupid to pay all 3 of them. Dustin, Tee and Chase should come out in Super Bowl superhero outfits tomorrow. And then Trey comes in at the end as the anti-hero, busts through the press conference. He says his source is good. Rick, Rick, I believe you. I wholeheartedly believe you. I do, because you have been consistently on this since last week. I wholeheartedly believe you. I'm going that it's happening. Maybe the sheriff signs too. Sheriff. Yep, sheriff. If we get Brandon Sheriff, we'll see. Chandler, this week the Bengals just wasted their whole cap.
Yeah.
But idiots. Yeah, that's what we're going to hear, Chandler. You're right. Good. His wife works and importance in this community, plus growing his legend here. Hope the deal is done. Rick, hashtag Pickle Rick. He said it's not Pickle Rick. He said no. So, pay their guys. Yes, exactly. Zoggy, can't wait for the pressure tomorrow. Oh, dude, the pressure's going to be awesome. See, so the cool thing, tomorrow's going to be my last show probably for this week because I'm going on vacation. Tomorrow's show is going to be off the hook, dude. If they have, well, they're going to have the press conference for Tee and Ja'Marr. If they have Trey announced, oh my God, I'm going to have so much fun on vacation. I'm going to wear all Bengals stuff. I'm like, you guys suck. Not the Bengals, everybody else. He says, no anti-hero. That's a Swift song. Let's hit the troll. I don't listen to Swift. Chris, he could easily buy a home and still not be done. I really think him and his wife love the city. But from what Trey said, he wants to establish roots. I mean, for what he said to
it's a great place to establish roots.
Yeah. But I mean, I think he wants to establish roots where he's working at. He said it to Olivia Ray for Channel 5 that he wants to establish roots, here. And he wants, I think it's wherever he's going. He wants his next contract to be a longer contract. So, I don't know. Dustin, you guys are blowing the shot up here. I love what we're doing and want to live in the moment. However, the work has only begun.
Yep.
Time to knock it out of the park and drive. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. That's a great point, Dustin. That's kind of where I bet. Like, look, we're getting all three of these guys signed. It sounds like we right now. If it's true and we do sign Trey, we had the same team we had last year, adding a different linebacker and a nose. We still need an edge, another 3-tech. We still need a guard. 2 guards would be great. I mean, there's still holes in this team. They can be filled and they can be fixed, but we'll see. Let's see here. Chandler, did you see Jamar's vlog of him and T doing donuts in the park? I got tagged on that from somebody. Yeah. Robert says he's Pickle. Is Pickle Rick on Twitter? I don't know.
No, he's making a joke.
Oh, hashtag Pickle Rick. I don't know who Pickle Rick is. Maybe I'm too old. I have to watch tomorrow's show from UD Arena.
You've never watched Rick and Morty?
Oh, Rick and Morty. Oh,
yeah.
I got you now. I've watched it. I'm not a avid watcher. I've watched maybe 1 or 2. I know what you're talking about. Augie, that's it. I'm house shopping too. Time to establish my roots. I'm leaving New York. Augie's moving to Ohio. Chris, we have to celebrate some. Go right back to bitching. Well, hopefully, see what I said there is not. I wasn't bitching. I'm just saying this is stuff that has to happen. I mean, they have to do that.
Yeah,
and the Bengals know that. So don't take that as me bitching about it because I'm not. I'm happy. I'm ecstatic that we're getting Tee and Ja'Marr, and I'm ecstatic. It sounds like we might be getting Trey. But this is the facts that you have to get at least 2 guards. You got to add to the defense. Like I said, the good thing is that according to Daniel Jeremiah from talking to AC, Anthony Zenza, Anthony told me Saturday night that Daniel Jeremiah says there's 24 starters on the defensive side of the ball in this draft. Last year, in his opinion, there were 12. So there's a very good chance if they get them right, they could get 6 guys who could be really good. If they get 3, that'd be great. I mean, the chances of them getting 6 is not just the Bengals in general. It's hard to get hit on all 6 of your picks. Let's see here. I hate it when I try to. Rick and Morty. I didn't hate it. I thought it was a little weird. But Holmes, ice breaking news. I'm not breaking any news. I don't know. I mean, if it's true, I am sure. But give the credit to Rick, not me. Message read smiley face return. Now I'm more confused. A smiley face would not be confusing. She's happy.
Oh yeah, smile face.
Smile
That's
face.
got to be good news.
I don't think that's good news.
What?
Man,
If Wing Esther and like is it Esther? Should I just say Esther?
He's calling it. I call it. That's Esther.
If she sends a message over to Mrs. Hendrickson, Mrs. Hendrickson replies with a smiley face.
I think
that is good.
I think it's good.
Yes,
that is good. I think it. All right. All right. It's 6:35. We're gonna get the heck out of here and go celebrate St. Patrick's Day. I'm gonna go drink some green beer.
How do we walk away like this?
Well, you got a way to find out. I don't. Other than Rick, I mean, I don't know. We can.
Oh my God! I mean, I'm desperate enough to like, a woman named Esther said that Hendrickson's wife threw out a smiley emoji.
Yeah.
I'm there.
I don't know. I don't. Hey, if everybody in the chat, do me a favor, go ahead and quote tweet the show on Twitter and tell everybody they should watch this because we're breaking news about Trey Hendrickson.
Bengal Rick, man, we owe you beers and
beers. Zoggy hoping for Jaden Campbell at 17. If not him, hoping for multiple options at edge. I like Burks. Pick up two. I'm hoping for Walter Nolan, to be honest. I always pick one guy, and I was right. I hate to say I'm right, but they got who I wanted last year, Mims. First time in a while. Tyler Wright, any chance we sign anyone else before they finalize Trey's deal, or are we holding pattern until then? I'm assuming they didn't like Tevin Jenkins if he had a visit with Mims, Minnesota. It was Seattle today, as far as I know. I think he was going to Minnesota. Today when we did offer him. Well, I'll tell you this. So Jesse James, who is an NFL agent, was on my show Thursday last week, I think. And he said this exact thing about Tevin Jenkins, that teams want him to come in for physicals. Now, to answer your question, I don't think they're done. I do think they're going to sign at least one guard in free agency. Because they have to. Preferably, if Tevin Jenkins is healthy, I'd like him, and I like Scherf. That's what I would like. And one of them's going to have to play the opposite side of the ball that they normally play. But that's what I would like to do. Let's see here. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Thanks, Chop. You too. Happy St. Trey's Day. I like that better. Happy St. Trey's Day. We had was Happy St. Tattie's Day last year. Now it's Happy St. Trey Day. Zoggy. Yeah, but I thought it sounds so much like Augie. I got too many people in here to see him. All right. Me and Bengal Rick need to have a damn conference called ACP. I agree with you. Wing. If I had Rick's number, I'd give it to you, Wing, but I ain't got it. I don't have his number. I don't know who he is. If I had his number, I'd be calling him. I just love reading comments. Look at Cap. Cap is just dying here, trying to confirm is this true.
I'm about to. No, see. So here's the thing. So somebody properly said, well, let's just hope this isn't a previous T contract moment. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm gonna have a huge egg on my face. Yeah, but I understand the source, and I was in mortgage. Trust me, I heard some other stuff about other people buying stuff in other cities, and that is such a good source information and the detail. And I'm like, I believe it, and I want to believe it too. That's the big thing, but it's not coming from inside. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Chris knew exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's not coming from inside. It is not coming from inside the organization. I'm literally about to, but you only get so many of those questions to ask.
All right. He said, I'll hit y'all back when news breaks. All right. Well.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
Rick, are you on Twitter?
Rick,
yeah, are you on
Bengals
Twitter?
Rick, if you want to be famous, I'm going to blow you up. If you don't want to be famous, I'm at least going to give you a shout out.
What's your Twitter? You got a Twitter?
This is absolute. It's like somebody's like, oh, I heard it, Cap. No. It's not me. It's not me. It's not me.
Rick.
Exactly.
Beer
Oh,
wings. Hell yeah.
dude.
Absolutely.
I mean,
dude.
we're talking multiple. Like we might have a punch card for you. Like, I
You're
might make a punch card.
What are you on Twitter? Can we? Because I don't know how to follow you, or if I might follow you, or do you have a burner? Do you have a Bagel Rick Twitter? Let's see here. You think we'll make a move on Zeitler? We can't make a move on Zeitler. He's already signed. Augie Zeitler signed last week with Minnesota, I think. Yeah, something like that. So who can't? Zeitler is off the board. The two highest guards left is Tevin Jenkins and Scherf. Those are the two highest. So that's all we got there. So, all right. I need to we need to get going because my family is waiting for me. We're going to go out. I know this is. I'm not trying to leave you guys hanging. I don't have anything else. You know, I mean, Rick, he said he'll hit us back. So, Rick, hit me back on Twitter or Facebook or whatever. Let me know. Let's talk. All right. Cap, you okay?
No,
I'm
okay.
excited. I want to go drink some beer and I want to celebrate because we got all three of us. Sounds like I'm excited. Yeah,
I'm excited. And hey, we got a smiley face out of Mrs. Hendrickson.
I think that's good.
I think that's very good.
Yeah. Chris, the riser, I don't think is signed, as far as I know. I don't think Scherfer's off the board. I don't think he signed with anybody. I want guard news. Yeah, me too. I'd love to have guard news, but I don't have any. Anyway, Cap, you wanna say some words of wisdom here with Who Day Nation before we end this thing?
Who Day. We back. We back.
I love Cap's face. He's like, oh my God. His mind is just blown right now. All right, Cap. Hey, if this all happens tomorrow, you want to come back on the show tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll send you like at 5:30. All right. I might if this all happens, I might totally change the show. Guys, I was going to talk draft tomorrow, but I already signed Tee and Ja'Marr. If we sign Trey, oh my God. We could be partying. See you, Cap. See you tomorrow, dude.
Who Day.
I can just see the wheels turning in his brain. Oh my God. Oh, this has been awesome. Bagel Rick, I hope, like I said, I believe you. I believe you. Okay. I do. I have no reasons to not believe you. Other than I don't know who you are. And I really, 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 really want this to be right that they did buy a house and Trey Hendrickson's going to sign a deal here, which would be awesome. Again, this is not me reporting. It's Bengal Rick in the chat. So, yeah, victory lap. We signed Trey. I might have to go do a victory lap out here. We'll see. Holy crap. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm live streaming on ZTV, YouTube, Facebook, X, Twitch. You can follow me on all those along with Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. Holy crap, this would be so cool. Everybody can just show's brought to you by Priority Lawn and Landscaping. Get nice and sunny out there. You want to get your grass cut? You want to get your flower beds cleaned up? Give Priority Lawn and Landscaping a call at 513-430-6114. That's 513-430-6114. Tell them ICE sent you, and you can also follow them on Facebook. Also, the show is brought to you by T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out the website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. And my Westside peeps, go check out Hail Marys. We can go there and drink some green beer and celebrate, hopefully, Trey Hendrickson signing. T said we know Tee and Ja'Marr signing. Go to Hail Marys. Your ticket for the game. Big ass TV screen, beer specials, food trucks, free parking. It's an awesome, awesome place. And you go check out Meyer Windows and Doors. You can get new windows and new doors in your house like I did in mine. I didn't get new doors. Well, I got a sliding glass door. So, yeah, I got new windows and a sliding glass door. They did everything. It was great. They moved they closed up my one window when I was working on the kitchen 2 years ago. They closed up my one sliding glass door, made it a window, and opened up one of the windows, made a sliding glass door. It all works great. Check it out. Check them out at www.myerscincinnati.com for all your window and door needs. All right. Let's see here. Anything else from Rick? I'm seeing. Let's see. Rick, did you leave? Rick left. All right, guys. hopefully, we will be. Oh my god, if we're celebrating all three of them tomorrow, oh, that's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so awesome. All right, guys. Oh yeah, don't forget about the draft party, and I know I'm all discombobulated. We're just gonna be all discombobulated here. We got the draft party here. Actually, we got Reds opening day here. I have to put that up here first. The night before Reds opening day, I'll be doing a broadcast. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, share. We'll be live from the Moreland Lager House there. The Cincinnati Reds Community Fund will be having their special thing there. Hopefully, I should have Marty Brenneman and a couple other really cool former Reds, current Reds, legendary Reds on the podcast. It'd be a great time. And then the next day, I'll be doing a live podcast right outside Moreland Lager House for one of the greatest days in the city of Cincinnati. It's Reds opening day. Join me and the boys down there. I still haven't figured out what time I want to start the show. I'll just, if you're coming down to hang out, just come down and hang out all day. And then, of course, the draft party, which we got to hit on the draft. It is at MLT's, April 27th. Show starts at 7 o'clock. We have a special guest. Tyson Anderson of the Cincinnati Bengals will be there. Me and the boys will be there. And like I said, that show starts at 7. We're not going to be on until the Bengals pick, but we will be there at MLT's, hanging out all night, giving away gifts, prizes, Bengals trivia, all that cool stuff. Make sure you join us there. And then the next day, head on over to the Fulling Warehouse for the Project Game Day draft fundraiser. It's in support of individuals with disabilities and military vets to go to Bengals games. $30 a ticket. You get Fulling, Midwest Best Barbecue, Gold Star, heard. Bengals collectible raffles, Cincy Hat pop-up show. It's April 25th from 6 p.m. to 11. To get tickets, Venmo at Project Game Day or use PayPal at projectgameday@gmail.com. All right, all the business is out the way. Big old Rick left. I don't see anything else. Okay. I'm going to go celebrate St. Patrick's Day with my family. You guys have a wonderful time. I'll see you tomorrow. Cap will be back on. Like I said, I might have to completely change the show because I was going to talk drafting. This whole thing is blowing my mind right now. Just remember, Who Day for life. And that's your sports, baby. See ya!
Weekday nights, the city roars. Tune in loud, turn up some more. Cincinnati show, it's time to play. Sports with strawberry ice today. 5:30 sharp, don't be late. CTV, the sports awaits. Strawberry ices on the mic, energy, it's good light. Every touchdown, every goal. Feel the pulse, it's in your soul. Cincinnati heartbeats strong. Strawberry ice will lead the throng. Every touchdown, every goal. Feel the pulse that's in your soul. Cincinnati heartbeats strong. Strawberry ice will lead the throng. Feel the crowd, it's electric now. Shouting loud, they all know how. The CTV got what we crave. Sports with ice, it's waves and waves. Tigers strike and Bengals roar. Every game we want some more. Tune it in and feel the thrill. Strawberry ice, he's giving chills. 5:30 sharp, don't be late. CTV, the sports awaits. Strawberry ice, he's on the mic, energy, it's good light.